Okay. So, yeah, I'm just gonna do that whole video over. Because it was running on like hour and a half long. I got really kind of distraught there for a while, so I just started rambling really bad. Um, I'm definitely going to put a version of that up somewhere, probably on my personal channel. I did talk about a lot of important things. I just want to apologize first off for having this up really, really late. Like right now it's already 11 p.m. I just had a really, really weird day. I like went to a pottery sale this morning. I got some cups, which was awesome. Like, look at this mug. It's the size. It's almost the size of my head. Like, this mug equals this Gatorade. Like, I poured it in, and there was still like a little bit of room at the top, and I was like, yeah. So that was awesome. And I'm sending this one to my partner, and I don't know. I think they'll like it. Um, so yeah, this morning I went to a pottery sale at my school because I am an artist at this school, and I like to support my local artists who all come from this school. It's the Clay Club, and they sell really awesome pottery. Like, look at this. Come on. Handcrafted here this year. Like, the bottom, where'd it go? Like, right there. You can't see it very well because of the angle, but there's like, I got Gatorade in here. It's like stamped and everything. Like, they have their own seal instead of like a signature. This one, can't really see it, but they signed theirs with a pen tool. I just thought that was neat. Yeah, it was. I just really love pottery, guys. Like, come on. I really miss being in ceramics. I never did anything this nice. Like, all my stuff looks like junk compared to this. This looks professional, and mine's like. um, so pottery sale, and then I spent most of like my morning after that on Skype talking to my partner, and then we took a nap together, and that was really, really nice. And then I woke up and it was time to go to a barbecue that my school's like, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be calling it right now because we're like currently in the process of changing the sub name for it. It was our GSA or Gay Straight Alliance, but really that's kind of like exclusive of most things in like the LGBTQ plus community. And like the two things we were thinking about changing it to was a Q&A, which though it sounds like it stands for question and answers. Excuse me. We would have it standing for queers and allies, which I like because I'm queer and I like allies. But a lot of people in our group are like, queer? Oh, isn't that an insult? And I'm like, I mean, if you think it's insulting that I'm calling myself that, then whatever. I think it's kind of funny that you think my identity is an insult. Alright. But yeah. And then the other thing we were thinking about was gay ally queer alliance. So, whatever. We voted on it today at the barbecue. Um, we just went out and like barbecued and had food, and like they had these little papers that were like, what do you like about this year? What should we change? What should we work on? What should we keep? What some name should we have for the group? Because things and stuff. So everyone like voted on all that and like wrote down stuff that they liked and didn't like and all of that. So that took up a couple hours. And then I came home, well, while I was there, um, what was it? Oh yeah, they were like playing with some like soccer balls and stuff. And we were like right next to the ponds at our school, which is like really gross. And they kicked it in there like 4 times. And 2 of the times I was the one who jumped in to get the ball. So I immediately went home and took a shower for like an hour in like scalding hot water because ew, like there's fish in there and stuff and like moss and stuff. Like you can't even see the bottom because it's so murky, but like you can, if you jump in, you can touch. Like that's sketchy. No. Shower. Long shower. And like I'm dysphoric about showers, and that happened like that. Don't know. That pond is sketchy. Like everyone's like, you jumped in twice. So if we don't see you on finals, it's because your like flesh is falling off, and we totally understand. Yeah. So shower, and then I got out of the shower and I checked my phone because I'm obsessed with my technology stuff. And I saw that my dad had called me, which to most people isn't much, but as I may have mentioned in any of my other videos briefly, my dad has never been around and he doesn't keep in contact with us. And honestly, I haven't heard his voice in like years, like at least 5 to 7 years. And let alone like actually talk to him or seen him. So I called him back and I talked to him for like an hour. I would have talked to him longer. He was kind of pissing me off, but I still talked to him anyway because I don't know the next time I'm going to get to talk to him. And we just talked about like stuff until his phone died, which sucked because like, I don't know. Like, I was almost to the point where I was too mad to still want to talk to him because he was, like, trying to be all fatherly and, like, give me advice and stuff, but he hasn't been here, so I'm like, you don't know anything. How are you trying to help me? Blah, blah, blah. I'm a rebel child or whatever. Wah. Abandoned child. I don't know. I have a lot of feels about it. I'll show you in this video right here if I ever upload it. Yeah. It's just a lot of stuff, and that's what took up, like, a good hour or so of my last video. But yeah, that's been my day, and then, like, another hour and a half was taken up by me trying to make the video that I'm making now, and I'm already almost 10 minutes in and still haven't talked about the topic yet. So, I'm sorry that I am taking so long to do things. I'm sorry. Sorry. Hopefully my advice for helping with dysphoria will be worth it. Because, actually, like, in my last video, I was actually, like, pretty dysphoric while I was trying to make it because, like, talking to my dad freaked me out so much. And then, like, thinking about dysphoria itself kind of freaked me out. So I was, like, shaking and, like, almost in tears a little bit. And I was just, like, doing all of the things that I need to do to calm myself down. And I was kind of calm towards the end. kind of. I was still talking pretty fast. I'm kind of talking fast now. I'm still a little shaky, but we're gonna get this video done. Hopefully it'll be under 20 minutes. um, but there's like 4 or 5 top things I do. Music. I listen to music loud and hard, and like that's a problem for me right now because none of my headphones work. I have one pair that still kind of works, but only in one ear. um, I've got this pair, which worked for a while, and then the right headphone went out, and I stopped using them for a while, and I got a new pair, and then that was like my white pair. And those ones are the ones that still work in the left ear, but not the right. So those ones were just being uncomfortable for me, and I switched to another pair that I had, and then those ones stopped working, so I went back to the white ones for like a couple days, and then I went back to these ones, and then these stopped working completely. I don't know if they're gonna like kick back in or not, whatever. So right now I just have one ear of headphones. So I can't listen to music very well. And that kind of bothers me a little bit. If you have headphones that you would like to throw at me that still work decently, I'll take them. I will send you my address or something, and you can send me some headphones because I could really use some. If I don't get some in like a couple weeks, I'm just gonna buy another pair because I can't deal with not having music in my life all the time. Like, part of that is why I stay in my room so much, so I can just use Spotify and blast it on my computer. Another thing is I've learned from counseling that like just like deep breathing helps a lot. Like they try to get you to stop breathing with your chest so much as like with your diaphragm breathing, just like deep breathing or whatever. I can't do that right now because like my back hurts, and I just like really can't focus enough to just sit here and breathe. Plus I need to talk to you so I can stop talking to you so I can give you this video. So talking fast doesn't help with deep breathing for me. But when usually I can just like breathe deeply or like slowly, like I tap my foot sometimes just like very slowly to just like focus on doing something slowly and to slow down and to breathe. And it's actually working right now when I'm doing my, just with my hands. I actually used that when I was getting my tattoo because like it's a tattoo and it really hurts, obviously. Well, it hurt more because it was like right on the bone. And I just distracted myself from the pain by listening to someone who was reading a story aloud and tapping my foot slowly and breathing. But it just like slows me down and gets me breathing and lets me think. It just really helps a lot. I'm actually feeling a little bit better right now from just doing that for like 2 minutes. So there's music, there's breathing. I kind of do a little bit of writing, not really. I journal off and on. My problem is I keep losing my journals, so like I find them like months later or like years later. I have 2 or 3 that I kind of keep up on when I find them. Yeah. I've written poems before. There's actually a really decent one. I wouldn't say good. It's decent. Um, it's on like my very, very first YouTube channel. I'm gonna find it and I might link it. I don't I don't want to link that video because it's like blurry and stuff, but I might like re-speak it and then submit that. Or just like link it somewhere. Um, Someone did a documentary about me like recently and they actually put that video in there and I was like, oh, I forgot about that. That doesn't actually sound that bad. Maybe I should like remake it and use it somewhere. So there's that. And there's I sometimes because like I my life is kind of art, so like sometimes I do draw to just like try to draw my feelings out. I'm gonna try to peel this off the wall without like ripping it. I tried moving my camera before to just like show you, and my camera like fainted, and now I'm starting my video over because I was like an hour and a half in, and I was like, I'm not dealing with that. Come on. I was having a really wild day and was feeling kind of distraught. And if you're easily triggered, I would suggest like skipping forward a little bit. I might like throw in like a link or something that does it for you. I don't know if it's distressing or not to anyone else, but yeah. I was having a day where like I felt like I couldn't communicate to other people, and that was really distressing to me. So I drew this, basically. Like, technically, this is of me. I was freaking out. This is just like, I was trying to speak, and it was just coming out, and it was nothing at all. And I don't know what's up with the eye. It just was. It was like we were working on some class project. I was like, I drew this in class because I was in class, but I just, I don't know. We were doing something in class and we were supposed to do something, and this was my idea. And then I think I like did this first and then all the rest of it happened around it, and I was like, oh, oops. These glasses are actually, I sometimes draw these glasses just because of my, like, one of my first really great friends, Randy. He's just really been a very, like, strong, supportive person for me, and he's actually, like, the one who introduced me to, like, the genderqueer world and explained a lot of it to me, and sometimes when I'm just really distressed, I think about him, and it helps a lot. And he just has glasses that are kind of like this. They're not contorted in that angle. I was just feeling really weird that day, so it happened. Yeah, and I guess that was like a continuation of the glasses. This was just a square where I was like scribbling charcoal to get my charcoal to start working. It's kind of his nose. Doesn't look exactly like his nose. And then there was kind of sign language in the back, a little bit, not really. It's a scrap piece of paper. I was just like drawing on it, and then I pulled out some charcoal and I just put charcoal all over it. And then here it says Pull Me Out Alive, which is one of the songs I was listening to by Kaka King, because I use music to control my moods. And I just really needed to be pulled out alive, you know? Mm. Plus, it's just a really good song. I just like it. Um, I don't know. As a piece, it's kind of wonky, but like when I explain it and break it down, it's actually a really good piece for like explaining how I felt that day. Um, I don't know. I don't usually have anything that turns out that good. Um, Sometimes I draw this person. Well, I've always drawn this guy. I, he's technically like my equivalent of an imaginary friend. I never like hung out with him or like saw him, and I don't know if he's a real person in the world or not. It's just someone that I've been drawing since I was a little kid. Um, Sometimes I wonder if like he's either the big brother that I never had or like um, what is it? Like my idea for who I wanted to grow up to be, I guess. Which I always thought was kind of funny because he's like a cisgender white male, and I'm like, what? I don't know. Um, I guess sometimes I like forget that I'm mixed and I just think I'm white. Whatever. Um, I don't know. I've just always drawn him, and another time that I was feeling really distressed, I just like did a whole series of him holding me, really, and that kind of helped. I think I was in the middle of class. I was just like, feelings. So yeah, um, I I draw sometimes to help with that. I don't paint because painting is expensive, and when I'm really distressed, I don't paint. I don't like think very well. Like this is the only distressed big thing that's ever come out very well. So maybe I should just do only distressed like drawings in charcoal. Um, so music, drawing, breathing, bike riding. I am like a bike fanatic, and it's pretty much the only kind of exercise I get besides like me just being quirky and jumping around and running all the time. I don't believe in running as like an exercise. I just run around because I don't like being slow. Like I don't know why. I don't like walking. It bothers me. Um, my hair is bothering me right now because I just got out of the shower and it's all like curly and goofy and like other people think it looks cute, but wah, whatever. Um, Biking. I um, I've been biking like steadily for at least 3 years. I biked off and on as a kid, like all the way up until before college. Um, but once I hit college, pretty much I've been biking since day one. And this is my third year in college. And except for the time where I had a flat tire and I didn't know how to fix it, and like I had never fixed a bike tire before, and I was just like so distressed. I actually had a mental breakdown, kind of, because I use bike riding as such a stress reliever, and since I didn't know how to fix my bike, I couldn't fix it and then start riding again. And then, like, at the same time, there was a lot of, like, dating slash friendship drama going on in my life, and usually I would just, like, bike those feelings out and just wear myself down until like I had no energy to think about it and to be bothered by it anymore. But since my bike was out of order, I for it was for like a good month that I didn't have my bike to deal with my stress, and it broke me. I was like, I it was really sad, and it's probably the lowest I've ever been. Um, but I finally figured out. I like learned how to change a tire and how to patch up a tire and how to fix a tube and all of that. And just in case, I also bought a second bike so that I would always have a spare. And so far, it hasn't happened again. Um, so yeah, bike riding. I use both to release like endorphins and happy chemicals into my brain and to make me feel a little bit better, and also just to wear me out so that I can't think about bad stuff and things. Um, Sleeping helps me a lot. I do a lot of sleeping now, especially. Um, Another thing I do is my, like, it probably goes back to, like, childhood when, like, you're a little baby and you're screaming and crying and you just wanted to be comforted. So, like, someone picks you up and wraps you up in a blanket and you're all, like, in your fetal position thing and you're just, like, chilling in your blanket and you're all snug and you're warm and you're being swaddled. Um, when I get distressed now, one thing I always do is I usually stick my hand up my shirt, but when it's like too awkward to do that, excuse me, I just rub my chest, like the top part, not down here. It just really helps calm me down. Um, I really don't know why, except for maybe as what I just said about the swaddling. Um, the pressure just feels nice. Um, it kind of just like, I guess, draws my attention away from my chest and up. Because a lot of my dysphoria comes from my chest, like moving and like rubbing against my shirt and stuff, which is why I bind so much. Um, I I honestly don't remember the last time I didn't bind, except like when I was layering a lot or when I just wasn't leaving my room or my house. I'm either not wearing a shirt at all, wearing something big and loose like this, or I'm binding. Like, there's really no exception. Um, well, and layering. Um, it's my chest itself isn't really a problem for me, like visually. It's really just the feeling. Like, I lucked out and I've got like a really small chest. Like, and really, it's not even that big. I just have huge fucking nipples. Uh, like when I bind, it's really just to like hold my nipples down and to keep my chest from like moving around a lot. Because I do move around a lot and I don't want to feel my chest just ever. I like to ignore it and pretend it's not there, um, which is pretty easy when I'm binding. So I do that a lot. I usually don't get like dysphoria about my like groin crotchal region because I actually like it. I don't know. Um, except on days where I'm like extremely dysphoric and just like paranoia stuff. Um, I or when I just like feel like my clothes will be best complemented by a bulge in my pants. Those are the days when I pack. I don't pack every day, but I do bind almost every day. Um, yeah, music, bike riding, drawing slash writing occasionally, um, breathing, chest rubbing, binding, packing, talking to friends and family, well, not really family, just friends and loved ones, really, to, like, get me out of my head and just communicating to someone, really, and not even having to talk about what's going on, just talking about something so that I'm not just getting sucked into my own world and being tormented by myself. Um, yeah, it's pretty much it. I don't even know anything else I do, like, to work on my dysphoria. Besides sleeping. I sleep so much. uh, so yeah. Sorry the video's late. Sorry about just my weird day. I'm sorry I seem so tired during this. I just, like, I got really, really, really freaked out the first time I tried to make this video because of my dad and, like, talking about dysphoria. So I had to think about what freaked me out and then what I would do so that I could think about what I would do to, like, stop freaking out. And then I started freaking out. So I had to, like, start doing the things, and then that made the video really long. So yeah, I really cut this one down, and I'm gonna cut it down even more. Send us questions, because we're looking for questions. I'm not sure if we're going to do questions answering next week, maybe the week after, because we haven't got very many questions. I'm going to post my Tumblr link, Askbox stuff down there. You can send me questions. You can send them to the group. You can send them to both. You can leave comments on the video. You can leave comments on our Tumblr page, our Facebook page, if we have one. I don't remember. I'm in a lot of groups, I guess. I know we have a Twitter. I'm not a Twitter person. If you post something to me on Twitter, I won't get it. Sorry, I don't do Twitter. Tumblr, Facebook if we have one, Twitter, the YouTube page, comments, anywhere, really. Send us comments. Send us questions. Talk to us. We want to hear from you. We want to know what you want to hear from us. Just, like, communication. Come on. Come on. Let's communicate. Let's talk about stuff. What do you want to hear? You know? What are you curious about? What are things that are bothering you in your life that you just want an outside opinion on? Just anything, really. Like, talk to us and we'll talk to you. Come on. If anything, like, we can make individual videos or something. Not that we don't already do that, but, like, we can send them to you. Or at least I will. I don't know if the others will or not. Whatever. Yeah, things and stuff. The only thing I ask is please don't come to me on Facebook, because that's my personal Facebook, and people from Tumblr and somewhere else have been finding me on Facebook, and it's really freaking me out, so stop that. I don't know you. At least, like, talk to me first and be like, hey, I'm adding you on Facebook. I'm like, oh, okay, person. But yeah. I should edit this now, because it's, like, almost 35 minutes. I feel like I always talk too much. I just have a lot of feelings about everything. And then I get really worn out by the last time I make a video, and I don't have, like, the feelings to deal with it. Another thing I do, also, here at the end, my partner, like, sent me this care package and one of the things they sent me in it was this little, like, square of paper that says, "Need a kiss?" I kissed that heart, so there's one from me to you, and then they signed it, and there's a heart in the middle, and it's really cute, and I just need kisses a lot. And, like, I've got this weird little quirk where, like, when I'm feeling a lot of things, or, like, I'm happy or I'm excited, I, like, tap my nose against stuff. So, like, sometimes I'm just like, I don't know, I just touch stuff with my nose. It's whatever. But yeah, I'm just really tired because of all this, really. I'm sorry. I need to make these videos earlier so that I have time to freak out when I'm going to freak out. Yeah. So I'm gonna edit this now and stop rambling and things. I hope this helped at all for anyone, and I don't know, stuff. Have a nice life. I'm so tired. Be well. Be well. Yeah. Bye guys.